that He called. We might suppose that when Jesus came to earth and was getting ready to choose those who would associate with Him and be molded into the men that He needed to evangelize the world, that He would have chosen men who were refined and educated. But as we look in the Gospels, we find that He picks out some fishermen, very rough fellows, to be associated with Him, the gentle Jesus. And then He chose a tax collector who was grasping for gold and silver. And then He picked out some terrorists of all people. There were men in the 12 men that Jesus chose who were actually trying to overthrow the Roman government at that time. And who, under certain circumstances, if they would have met each other, would literally have tried to kill each other. So this was a motley crew that Jesus got together. And probably one of the greatest miracles that He ever performed was the fact that He molded those men from different philosophies and ideas and vocations, and He molded them into the unit that turned the world upside down for Jesus Christ within 60 years. The band of 12 men that Jesus selected were coarse and rough. But you know, His choice brings hope for us. Because if Jesus chose them as friends, then we can be His friends also. He did not choose them for what they were. He chose them for what He would make of them. That, of course, is all by the grace of God. It's only by God's grace that we can become a friend of Jesus, that we can become a child of God. Jesus said, "I have called you friends." Now that's a wonderful title. 3 times in the Bible it is said, by God, Abraham is my friend. Now, I have been in the place where I was at a banquet with one president of the Philippines, and I had a picture taken along with my wife and brother and sister Bella with the president and his wife. I'm not going to tell you which one. Yes. Although I cannot say I was a friend of the president, I had the privilege of rubbing shoulders for a little while. Just think. We have the privilege of being the friend of God, the friend of Jesus Christ. In our original spiritual condition, however, we were not friends. We were enemies. We were enemies. We did not love Him. We did not obey His commandments. We lived selfishly without any regard for God's will in our lives. We really didn't want anything to do with God. Even if we were religious, we wanted to do our own thing. We wanted to live our own life. We had our plans and our goals made. And then we didn't want anyone messing them up. Until the Holy Spirit got a hold of our heart and convicted us. Made us willing to bow the knee, acknowledge that we were sinners, and turn to Jesus Christ.